Hi there, Lloyd Machedo, speaking to you from livelihood.com. Who's Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding? The date is 7th August 2018. Time right now is 2:47 in the afternoon. All right. I wanted to address this this comment or this thought that one of my clients had. Now, this guy is actually searching for a job. Okay, he's looking out for a job, and he was sending his resumes almost everywhere. And when he was not successful, obviously, that is where he got in touch with me. And I sat down with him. I had a look at his resume. Obviously, there were many changes to make. Then I spoke to him in terms of his interview skills, and we revamped some of his answers that he was giving. And I told him, you need to structure it properly. And we changed his interview answers so that it suited him, his personality, and the job that he was applying for. However, he was still not able to get a job. And then I was curious, because after a week, 2 weeks, he was still not getting any job offers or job calls. So I asked him, which companies are you applying for? And to my surprise, he answered by saying, I'm applying everywhere, anywhere, all the companies, in his line of work. And that is exactly where I told him, wait, stop. So you have been applying each and every place with every company and every position, whatever. He said, yeah. And this is where I told him that this is where you're making a mistake. See, what I need you to understand is, you can't be everything to everyone. Not everyone is your customer, and not everyone wants to employ you. It is like what they say, if you're marketing a product or service and your customer is everyone, then your customer is no one. Okay? To give you an example, now my services, they are not cheap. They are slightly overpriced. Okay? Overpriced for the average person. And they are on the higher end. They are on the higher end. The reason being is I prefer to deal with customers or people who have money. Okay? Because my experience, my expertise, what I bring to the table has a premium value. It's like the difference between, let's say, a Toyota and a Lexus. Both of them are more or less the same company. But Lexus is a premium brand in comparison to Toyota. So, in the same way, there are many people who do resumes for, let's say, $100. There are people who do resumes for $50. There are people who do resumes for $200. I charge in the range of $500 just for a starter's resume, that is for a college graduate, and I go up to $1,500 which is, for many people, really up there, okay? The reason being is I don't give them a template. I don't give them a downloaded format. I don't give them a copy and paste. Each and every word, paragraph, layout, structure, everything is designed keeping the keeping the individual's personality, the job profile, the target market. So a lot of thought goes into the resume. And I educate them as to how they can do it by themselves for the rest of their lives. And even interview skills. It's not like a one-size-fits-all answer. Like, give me a strength. You don't just say hardworking, focused, and, driven. It doesn't apply for everyone. So, when I spoke to him and he told me he's applying everywhere, I told him, this is where you're making the big mistake. Getting a job or hunting for a job is not shooting, darts in the dark, hoping something will stick somewhere. That should not be your strategy. And if you're desperate to get a job, you are without money and you're desperately searching for a job, well, first and foremost, there's no one to blame but you. And second thing is, if you're desperately trying, even there, you need to be smart. You can't just start applying everywhere, hoping that your shit sticks somewhere. So, just as, let's say, for example, I was speaking about cars, just say a salesman who's selling a Rolls Royce knows that people who have half a million, that is dirhams to spare, or roughly say $200,000 in excess per month, or whatever they have access to blow out, only they can afford a Rolls Royce. He would never go to a working class individual and say, would you like to buy a Rolls Royce? Because he would be wasting his time. In the same way, when you're hunting for a job, you need to focus on those people who have the budget, who have the requirement, who have the need for someone of your talent. If you are, let's say, a desperate guy who's just ready to sell anything, well, anything goes. Then, it's a matter of luck. But if you're looking at being specific, at getting a certain salary, at getting in a certain company, then there has to be a strategy, there has to be a plan. Please keep in mind that when you're hunting for a job, don't just go anywhere, everywhere, hoping something will stick somewhere. That volume-based approach doesn't work anymore, especially in the Middle East, because the market is oversaturated with too many resumes, too many people, too much of supply. So decision makers are fed up of going through CVs. You would not believe, one of my friends was even looking for a managing director for a new venture that he started. And he was getting he had put the vacancy specifically for managing director with the package. He had put that ad in a particular format. He got even guys looking out for security job, cleaner, engineer, nothing related. In fact, even I get emails, sir, please, I'm looking for a job in your company, when I don't have a fucking company where I have a vacancy. So please don't do that. Stop spamming and never spam. Never spam. Don't send 4,000 or 5,000 people your resume. You will be blocked, and that looks really bad. Okay? Don't play these stupid, immature games. Don't go around giving people your resume, just going through the whole building, giving everyone your resume. They'll take it and throw it in the dustbin. If you spam people, that's what I do. We just delete the resume. We don't even go through it. There is a specific strategy. There's a specific format. Please sit down. Sit down with, okay, if you cannot afford my services, go to somebody who is at a very senior level. Sit down with them and ask him, what is the right way? The right way is to find the right contact through the right reference, hand them over and ask them before you hand them over, is there a vacancy? Do you know somebody? Is there a particular position? It's hard work. It's tough. Nobody said it's going to be easy, but that's the right way. So you meet the right person at the right time, at the right place. But if you start spamming people, if you start applying where everyone's applying, it becomes a matter of luck. It's like buying a ticket and hoping you get a lottery. So I hope this makes you understand that when you apply for a job, do not go the route of bombarding people with spammy messages, sending everyone your resume, or hoping that you throw your resume up in the air, somebody catches it and says, let me call this guy. It doesn't work that way, my friend. So I hope this makes you understand when you're looking out for a job, do not just start identifying everyone as your target company or your target customer or the company that you should work for. Be specific. Take the tough route. It is a tough route. Find out through a particular reference, through a particular contact, in the right strategy, getting your resume absolutely ready, being absolutely prepared for the interview, being completely like in the zone. Only then go for the job. If your resume is not ready, your interview skills are not up to the mark, the best. Don't assume that whatever you talk is interview skills. Majority, 99.999% of the people whom I take a mock interview session, they talk shit. When I ask them, give me your strengths, your weaknesses, why should I employ you? Tell me something about yourself. I studied in India, I completed this thing, I have so many years experience. That's not an introduction. So make sure you rebrand your resume. You're perfect in your interview skills. You know how to speak and sell yourself. And you have met the right person, the right company, the right place, which you have identified. And that's how you'll get a job. So I hope this piece of advice guides you and helps you get a good job. If there are any questions, let me know. My contact details are given below. You're on my services, thinkpersonalbranding.com. Like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. This is me signing off for now. Take care.